These spoilers are insane. Boruto chapter 66 is the chapter that just keeps on giving, fam. We have Boruto versus Kawaki, or Borushiki versus Kawaki. We have Boruto's alleged death. We have Naruto just getting completely blown away by Boruto. We also have Kawaki telling Naruto that he needs to wake up to reality. My boy Kawaki spitting bars on Naruto, fam. Like, this shit is crazy. We have Naruto running in trying to save Boruto. We have Amado. We have Ada. We have Code. We have a lot of things going on. As I mentioned in my video prior to this one, or the video prior to that video, I said that Ada should know what's going on. Ada has clairvoyance. Ada should know that Kawaki has the karma. And we finally got the answer to that, along with some additional information about how the karma was reconstructed by Amado. And it somewhat links to the video I made 2 days ago or 3 days ago talking about how Amado reconstructed Kawaki's karma. So we've been on the ball and that's great, but I really want to get into these spoilers because they're so amazing, guys. So you know what, let's do it. So before we get into the video, I want to say hats off to Organic Dinosaur. She's been on the ball every single month. I wouldn't have this content without her. So hats off to Organic Dinosaur, and I hope she continues to push out the content because we severely need it. So let's go. So first I want to start off with the composition, the content composition for the chapter. So we're just going to get like a brief estimate about the percentage of what is included in the chapter. So right here on Organic Dinosaur's tweet, it has that 15% would be Amado / Kawaki karma information plus Borushiki chat. So this is like the portion of the chapter that will have the exposition as to how Kawaki got the karma, and I think this part will be mostly delivered by Ada and her clairvoyance, and she's seeing into the past and understanding what happened between Amado and Kawaki. And we're also going to have some updated scenes with Amado as well, so this is looking pretty interesting. So 48% of the chapter will be Borushiki versus Kawaki, mostly unnamed taijutsu and ninjutsu, Rasengan, and Kawaki's dojutsu. So as we mentioned in the first spoiler video I did, Kawaki now has Ishiki's dojutsu as I predicted in my video, and I hope you guys go watch it because I go in depth on Ishiki's dojutsu, its abilities, where it came from, the mythology behind it. You have Ishibonshi, we have Sukuna Hikono, we have Daikokuten. I have a video, I'm gonna link it above in the cards. You guys just go ahead and watch it till the end because I go in depth, explain every single ability that Ishiki possessed, the wishing ability, the gravity manipulation, mind manipulation, water manipulation, size manipulation, duplication. Like, these are, Kawaki has so many abilities that he's not using in this chapter, bro. It's not even funny. So just go ahead and watch that video and you'll understand how powerful Kawaki truly is with this dojutsu. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Borushiki fight. We got a snippet and a preview of it. I'm gonna post it, don't worry guys. We also have some chapter snippets here or some redraws. I'm gonna post a credit as well to the artist, but yeah, we have some redraws here to see what's really happening in chapter, and I want to go into it because I have my thoughts on them as well. Then we have 24% of awkward Momoshiki, Boruto, Naruto, and Kawaki chat. Boruto ends up pushing Naruto aside with Futon Repushu. I don't know what that is. I think it's the Gale Palm thing that Kawaki does, not Kawaki, Boruto does in the anime. So it's not a Momoshiki ability, it's Boruto's ability. But you know, Boruto is in his Borushiki form, so that ability is enhanced, so it is understandable why Naruto would be pushed away by that ability. And then we have 13% Stabby. That is referring to, you know, Kawaki allegedly killing Boruto. And we're gonna get to that, so don't worry about it. Now first I want to skip to this panel here. We're gonna get into the details as to what leads to this panel, and this is the panel that I was talking about with Boruto using the Gale Palm style on Naruto. So this looks pretty clean for a redraw, and we're gonna get into the context behind what led to Boruto using this ability on Naruto. And it's pretty sad, it's pretty cool at the same time, bro. I don't know how to feel about this chapter. It's just crazy, it's wild. We also have another tweet by Organic Dinosaur here, and she's saying that Amado is so sly, he merely gave Kawaki the illusion of choice from the very start. Apparently Amado had reconstructed karma in parallel with treating Kawaki's right hand. He just wanted Kawaki to feel like he had a say in it, plus get a push to awaken it. Ada Ada explains the code. So this is what I mentioned earlier, that Ada has clairvoyance, so she should know this, right? It's kind of weird that she's now just telling Code this information when she should have known this before. And people were saying that she couldn't have known this, she doesn't know anything or doesn't know everything. But then this chapter completely proves that she did know and she just didn't tell Code up until now. Why is that? That's kind of weird. So I'm going to make a video talking about Ada, and I think she's trying to portray Code in some way because she has another goal in mind, right? Because it's kind of weird that she wouldn't have told Code this information, because when we go into the details, you know that she's just telling Code because Code is asking what is happening here, so it proves that he didn't know, but she knew, right? So that is pretty interesting. But let's go back to the beginning of the tweet. He said that Amado is so sly, or she says that Amado is so sly, he merely gave Kawaki the illusion of choice from the very start. Amado apparently had reconstructed karma in parallel with treating Kawaki's right hand. So this kind of proves to me that Amado had something in mind and he didn't really care about Kawaki's feelings for the issue, right? And I did talk about this in my spoilers. I don't think Amado has any fatherly love for Kawaki. I think he has an interest in Kawaki's body and he has an interest in the karma of Ishiki, specifically Ishiki's wishing ability. And people are gonna say like that doesn't make sense, whatever, but that's just what I think. And I think that Amado is trying to take over Kawaki's body once he gives him the ultimate power, which is Ishiki's ultimate power, and that is the ability to grant wishes. I think that's what everything is leading to, and this proves that Amado has no goodwill for Kawaki whatsoever. He just wants the power. He just wants Kawaki to have Ishiki's power. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are trying to downplay Naruto's intelligence here, saying that Naruto is the one who caused this and Naruto is so incompetent. And I did say that in my prior video as well. I said that how did Naruto allow this to happen, right? But if you think about it logically, Naruto is not a scientist. Naruto couldn't have known that Amado implanted a karma in Kawaki's right hand when he was fixing it. He had Katasuke, who is the actual scientist, tasked with actually keeping an eye on Amado and his experiments, so he should have known this. Now, we can also give Katasuke the excuse as well, because we can say that he doesn't understand Amado's technology, so we can't expect him to see when Amado is doing something fishy. But at the end of the day, you can't blame Naruto because he's not a scientist. Naruto had specific people with the knowledge which should guide them and aid them with understanding what Amado is doing to watch Amado. Naruto can't supervise Amado with his scientific experiments. Naruto doesn't know anything about science, you get me? So people blaming Naruto, saying that Naruto should have known that it had the karma, his right hand had the karma, that's complete nonsense, right? And then people saying that you shouldn't have allowed him to give him his right hand, that's nonsense. You know, Kawaki wanted his right hand back. There's no way Naruto could have known, or anyone could have known, that Amado had the ability to create the karma, much less put it in the right hand, without Kawaki himself not even knowing, because Kawaki himself didn't even know, right? So this blaming Naruto for everything is complete nonsense, right? If you're gonna blame somebody, blame Sasuke. Sasuke is the one who brought him to that dimension and allowed Momoshiki to give him that karma in the first place. So I'm just saying, guys, I'm just putting that out there, no hate. I'm just saying, put the blame in the right place. In another text that Organic Dinosaur posted, it said the side text on the last page, page 40, which also serves as a short preview for chapter 67, just says, they're brothers who swore an oath to one another. After being at the mercy of their own destinies, toyed by their own fates, what path did they finally end up taking? So this is kind of a preview into the next chapter, and this is sounding very time skippy, right? This sounds like a time skip. But it would be kind of weird to end with Boruto Underground dead, allegedly dead. Then we just fast forward to the time skip and he's alive and well. This reminds me of AOT, that's Attack on Titan's like time skip between season 3 and season 4. Like, we ended it at some place, then we started it at another place, and everyone was like, bro, what's happening here? Like, everything is different. And then throughout the season, we got like the flashbacks that added up to what led to that point. So I think they could do that, but it would be kind of weird to leave things just hanging there. But I guess that's what cliffhangers are for. But this would be kind of an intense cliffhanger to leave the part 1 Boruto series on. You know, that would be pretty wild, to be honest. So I mentioned that there's context behind the scene where Boruto pushed away Naruto earlier. I wanted to go into the full spoilers that give you guys the entire dialogue for the chapter, but I don't think that's needed. The chapter is coming out in 4 days. You guys should just wait and read the actual chapter. You know, we don't need any more spoilers. Like, leave some anticipation for the chapter, but we don't need to know every single thing and read the entire dialogue for the chapter, right? Just leave something there. But But one thing I want to point out is the context behind that scene. So the context is that Kawaki is fighting Boruto and he got the upper hand on Boruto and Boruto started to take control of his body again, which means that he's forcing Momoshiki to give him control of his body again, right? And Kawaki's using this as an advantage to take out Boruto. I don't think Kawaki knew this specifically because Boruto is like across the field from him and this is like an internal thing for Boruto. So I don't think Kawaki is aware that this is what's happening. And what happened later on in the spoilers proves that he's just coming to understand that Boruto is the one who is taking control of his body again. But the context here is that Kawaki used the Daikokuten ability to summon a black cube and nearly dropped it on Boruto and crushed him. And Naruto jumped in and saved Boruto. And because Boruto and Kawaki made a pact in the past that they would take care of each other's karma, I don't know how that translates to killing each other, but that's the extreme that they took it. That's what they're implying in the chapter, that's what they meant. Because they made that pact, Kawaki and Boruto decided that, you know what, let's end it here. And Boruto pushed Naruto away because Naruto is trying to protect him and allowed Kawaki to end him. So after Naruto saved him from the cube, Kawaki and Boruto pushed Naruto away. Kawaki ran up to Boruto and ran him through with the same ability he used on Garu. You know that tree-like ability where he's able to transform his hands into this bark thingy? And he ran Garu right through his stomach and he came out on the other side. That's the same ability. I'm going to post it here. This is a redraw, so it's not a panel from the actual chapter, right? So this is basically what's happening here. And he allegedly kills Boruto. Allegedly. Keyword there. And one thing I'd like to point out is that Kawaki has this interesting like evil demeanor, like a dark demeanor. Kawaki was dark before, but in the context of Naruto and Boruto, you wouldn't expect him to be acting this way. So that's why I posted on Twitter saying that there's no way this is Kawaki. Like Ishiki must be in some way influencing Kawaki's actions. And even though they did agree to like take care of each other's karma, I don't know like Kawaki would legit go out of his way to just kill Boruto. Like at least he would try to save him at first, right? But this Kawaki is just legit trying to murder this dude, and it's crazy. I don't know why. Like there must be some context that we're missing here. So hopefully when the chapter drops and Borushiki does something that leads Kawaki to believing that the only way to end this is by killing Boruto. Because I don't understand the escalation here, you get me? Even though he's pointing out to Naruto that he's naive and whatever because Naruto is still trying to save Boruto, Kawaki saying that, yo, you're not being realistic and so on. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, like, this is Boruto here, and this is Kawaki. I don't understand the drastic shift in his care or love for Boruto as his brother, right? You get me? So it will be interesting to see because again, we know the post-time skip timeline. Kawaki has this demon-like demeanor as well. So it could be that the karma itself, even though Ishiki is gone, the karma itself, because it's Ishiki's DNA, it's influencing Kawaki's actions as well. Because that could be the case, or it could be the case that this is Amado's doing. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, but I don't understand the escalation in Kawaki's actions, even though Kawaki is my boy, So we also got a preview to or a redraw for the panel where Boruto actually allegedly dies, and we have Boruto laying on the ground with a hole in his chest. Now this is kind of weird because based on what we saw in the other panel, that big bark that went through Boruto's chest, there's no way that's the same bark that caused this small hole in his belly. Like, compare this small hole in his belly right now to what you saw in the previous panel. That's crazy. Like, what exactly is happening here? And I for one believe that there's no way this small hole in Boruto's chest is gonna kill him. He's literally an Otsutsuki. Like, this hole wouldn't even kill Kid Naruto. We saw Kid Naruto heal from a freaking Shidori through his chest, like digging out a piece of his lungs. Like, bro, this is not gonna kill Boruto. He has literally Momoshiki Otsutsuki inside of him with a good healing factor because he can heal him. So I don't know, like, this is kind of weird. This seems like they planned it in some way. People are saying that Boruto and Kawaki's planning Boruto's death or his alleged death or faking his death. And I think it's possible just because of this. Like, this hole shouldn't be able to kill Boruto. Like, he would be pretty weak if this killed him, right? He would be pretty weak. So I don't know. It will be interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, I don't think Boruto is gonna die. He's literally the MC. People are saying that Boruto is dead and literally trashing Kawaki on Twitter. I'm like, bro, Boruto is the MC. There's no way he's dying. Calm down, One thing I'd like to see in the upcoming chapter is also what's happening with Code. Code is there, he's just watching the battle, he just wants to see what's happening here. But Naruto is there as well. I want to know like what's gonna happen between Code and Sage Naruto, because they did hype up Naruto saying that he has the wisdom of age and all that stuff. Like are they just gonna say that, then not have Naruto fight someone? That would be pretty weak. So just have Naruto fight Code or something. Do something with that wisdom of age. Let us see what it's all about, you know? So that's one thing I have, one problem I have here. Just let us see what that's all about, and I'll be pretty fine. So yeah, all in all, the spoilers are pretty neat, and this chapter is shaping up to be one of the best chapters of Boruto. I say this in every freaking video about chapter 66. So these spoilers really proved that for me, and I hoped it proved that for you guys as well. So if you have anything to say, just drop it in the comments. I've talked for 15 minutes. I want to hear what you have to say right now. So drop it in the comment section. If you have any questions, any theories as well, drop them in the comment section. You guys know I reply to everybody, so let me know what you think, and I promise to reply to you guys. So drop it in the comment section. Drop a like if you like the video, and most importantly, subscribe if you're new so we can get this shit going. So yeah, Kawaki out here doing the most in Boruto chapter 66. This is crazy, bro. I'm signing out. Peace.